It originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from Jacksonville. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Now the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward. But they kick it here, and it's good. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Kaepernick now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And good quarterbacks know that when things start to break down and they're forced to flee the pocket, they can often count on their running backs to try and bail them out. That happened on that play. Nice gain.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after here coming up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. He's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3. Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Well, this defense for the Colts, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Ready. Hey, Alpha. Yo. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. To the right side, complete to Taylor. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was, and making sure they didn't get there. Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Kaepernick. They'll check this one down to Taylor. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Yeah, boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. This goes out right to Doyle. And they'll get this down to the 10.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll run here with Taylor. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. This to the outside for Mack. Touchdown, Colts! Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for 2. Kaepernick looking to throw for it. Rolling to his right. And that is caught for the 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And some room to maneuver. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Throws this one right side to Pascal. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. He'll drop this down to Taylor, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Kaepernick. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. Touchdown! Paris Campbell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
And he's brought down. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points.
Yeah, we dominate today.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. 1st and 10. Here's Kaepernick. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for Indy. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead is up to 15 now. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Here's a give to Etienne. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Now, these 2 division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From midfield now, Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A handoff for Etienne. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 16, Lawrence. And he's got his man on the out route. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
16, watch 16.
And they'll run with Etienne. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
One more time with Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Left side, Doyle with it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Kaepernick. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. And that last throw, Charles, an important one stat-wise for this young rookie. It puts him over 4,000 yards passing for the season.
And you think about some of the great seasons by rookie quarterbacks in recent vintage. How about Andrew Luck in 2012 with 4,374 yards? Cam Newton had a big rookie year. So did Robert Griffin III. And how about Justin Herbert in 2020? He hit the league with a splash.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
On third down, Lawrence. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The Colts on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Campbell.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay